Why is it doing that? Tier 3. We are back. I haven't been here in a little while, but we're back at it for the final race of the season, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Excited to get Q1 underway. We get ourselves all set up. That is beautiful. Looks dry. Promising. Let's see who can get first out. There's actually a Haas already on track. I've missed that. Kappa Cams. So I believe the title race has come down to House and Just Anime. Oh, but DG Rocker's also still in it. So it's a three-way battle, except OK House isn't racing. So that is his title hopes over. So it is just between Just Anime and DG Rocker. It's been a long season up to this point, and it's still going down to the wire. What is the points difference between Rocker and Anime? 7 points difference. So yeah, if DG Rocker comes first, Just Anime comes second, we have a tie. Obviously fastest lap could then decide it if one of them got it. But on board now with Kappa Cams for his first lap in Q1. Someone just coming out the pits there, that's DG Rocker himself. Manages to stay clear. Pretty clean sector 1 from Kappa Cams. Coming up to the curve of death here. That will spin you right round. And he invalidates. Shame. I think he will go again. In fact, he's nearly stopped on the track. That is a Mercedes coming around now. Is it Seb's? It is. Oh no, it's not. It's Orange B. I've not seen him race yet. I'm not sure if he has raced. He will give us our benchmark for Q1. It's an 18.6 on the soft compound tyre. JLP comes in with a 17 flat. And then Seb's with a 16.4. So those times from Orange and Helios really off the pace at the moment. Milky Walker slap bang in the middle on a 17.2. Swiss J-Dog on a 17.5. Crafty Inc. has retired because of a quali ban, but Azza 175 doesn't have a quali ban. It looks like he must have crashed out, and I completely missed it. All the yellow flags that we keep seeing, with cars slowing down, means I don't see the yellow flags of people crashing out. Just Animate, just shy of Seb's. I'm sure everyone will have more pace in the locker than what they can provide here. It's all just a benchmark. If I sound a bit clogged up today, I do have COVID, so please stay clear. Take a 2 metre step back from your monitor. I am contagious. Who else we got coming round? Aston Martin. Must be Milky Walker. His Azza's out. Is he improving? No, he's not. DG Rocker just sort of floating around the track at the moment. Does he have damage or something? Nope. He has one click of throttle on at the moment. Cruising in 4th gear. Who we got coming round? There's a Mercedes. It's Orange B again. He's invalidated. And he goes into the pits. Anyone else to come around? JLP, perhaps about to start a lap. Stay on board with JLP. His lap is up there, so maybe you can jump a bit higher. There's a 6/10 gap to P2 though, so there should be some improvement. And he invalidates, so we will we will not stay on board with JLP. There's an Aston Martin of Milky Walker who is invalidated. Supreme Cream's on an outlap. DG Rocker still cruising around in 4th gear. I understand now. He's already through. Azza has crashed out. So he is just saving those tyres. Going around as slow as he can, setting 2:09 .864. Just cruising around in 4th gear. Doesn't want to put any wear on those tyres. He's through just by doing what he's doing. And he's stopped on the track. Just to let cars through, of course. Supreme Cream jumping on board the purple Sector 1. This lad gets better and better every time I watch him race, so let's see what he can put on the board. Residing in North America. He is one of the further afield members of Tier 3. Let's see what sort of time it's going to be. He rounds the final corner. 118 flat. I think he's got a few more temps in there, surely. I think he's got the fucking... He's got the bottle. He's got it. There's everyone setting a lap so far. So I'd expect people to start retiring at this point. As they know they're through with Azza's crash. No, actually, they were through anyway, of course, because Crafty Inc. had a quali ban. So it wasn't down to Azza. They knew from the start that they were all through. And that's what they will be. On to Q2. Get some facts about Hungary. Milky Melon has joined the session. That won't actually affect anything because there are 2 drivers that have gone out. Milky Melon now does get a shot at qualifying. In Hungary, it's considered rude to clink your beer glasses. Can't imagine why that would be rude. Just celebrate drinking lovely Hungarian beer. The first foreign fast food restaurant in Hungary was McDonald's back in 1988. Hungary is home to cowboys. They're the very own cowboys. I wonder if they have their own westerns too. Just realised it didn't ping. Is anyone on a lap? Flying Tornado has just started a lap. Give him a bit of airtime. Why double ping? What do you mean why double ping? Come on then, Pete. Show us what you got. Get it around that corner, lad. Do better than the 18s, Pete. Come on. Get it around there, son. Ooh, that was close to invalidation. Use a lot more of that curb on the exit there. I'll get a bit tighter and run a bit wider. He's very tight on the lines he's taking. A little bit of a drift there and can use that exit curb. And enter a bit wider and exit a bit wider. Very wide there. Very wide there. You need to hug that inside curb there. He's 4/10 down on his time. Pete, I know you're watching. Sort your lines out, mate. Enter wide, exit wide. Hug the apex. Lovely, Pete. Good call on that. This looks like a better lap already. And he uses that exit curb that time. Lovely stuff. A little bit wide there. And that's a much better corner to last lap. And he uses that curb this time. And he's 2 tenths up. But that, again, he enters that corner so narrow. Can't swing the car in. That's better than last time. And he's much narrower this time. It'll definitely be an improvement. 17.9. Puts him up to P7. Can JLP get off that 17.0? The answer is no, because he is invalidated. Ooh, nearly losing the car. He is the only car yet to cross the line. And that will be the Q1 order. Milky Melon didn't even set a lap because he doesn't need to, unless the game glitches him out. Which is very possible. And that is the final Q1 of the season. So we have Just Anime taking pole in the final Q1 of the season, with Seb's just behind him. JLP in third. DG Rocker down there in P14 with a 2 minute 9 second. But leaving us will be Azza and Crafty Inc. I will be back in 2 seconds. And we are back. Just after a few lobby issues there. We are back in Q2. It's looking dry. I've not heard any whispers of rain yet, so I'm assuming it's a dry race. Whoa, and it's a spin from DG Rocket. Oh, lift in the rear of that car in the air. Lucky to have a wheel still on. In real life, that would completely crush the back of the car. Here's on the medium tyre. Slightly few more mediums than softs, but it's fairly even split. And he is on his lap now, isn't he? So we will jump on board. Naturally, it's a purple sector 1. Looking very clean so far. Very nice looking part of sector 2. We lost the car a bit there, but recovered well, didn't lose too much time. Carried lots of speed there. Seb sitting pole with 1:16.9. Milky Walker, what's happened to you? DG Rocker, 16.6 is the time to be on the mediums. Seb's not too far behind him. We saw Seb's have some pace in Q1. Be interesting to see where Just Anime comes out now as he just crosses the line. Matching Seb's again, so maybe DG Rocker just has that bit of an edge on the other two. Supreme Cream saying, that boy Seb's fast as fuck. He sure is. Sitting P3 at the moment. Papa Cam's 17.7 on a pair of softs. He does usually compete with those top 3. Not competing at the moment. Who do we have on a lap? Flame Tornado's on a lap. Very wide through there. It's an 18.6 for Flame Tornado. Only one driver setting a soft lap so far. I think I would personally go for softs. I don't think I'd want to start mediums here. Just because you'd be hitting earlier on those softs. And at a track like Hungary, where it's almost impossible to overtake, you want that undercut. It won't matter if you have soft runners behind you who started on the mediums. They've pit for softs. When you're on your mediums, it won't matter because it's so hard to get past you if you make your car wide enough. Whoa! What happened there? Who was that going into the pits? Was that a glitch, or... I don't see anyone going into the pits now. Was it this Mercedes? It was that Mercedes. Anyway, Supreme Cream coming round the final sector. He has gone for the soft compound tyre. I think that's the right choice. Everyone going for those mediums. What join was offline? He goes P10. Might not be good enough on an 18.6. I think he is going again. He looks like he's pushing. And he's 5.5 tenths up. Where will that put him? P7, I think. He saves a bit more time. P6. And he will cross the line. Oh, it's just shy of P6. 17.9. You see Post Malone also going for the softs. Right, Milky Melon crosses the line with a 21.4 on the softs too. He must have had a twitchy moment at some point in that lap. The JLP about to start his lap. I think he invalidated the previous one. He's kept it together so far, but he does have Milky Melon to think about just in front of him. I think Milky Melon will be on a lap as well. He's catching him. Milky Melon's on a lap, there's nothing he can do. Yeah, Milky Melon did stay out, so it's a 16.8 for JLP. A flying lap. So at the moment we are losing George. Flame Tornado's already out, as we saw in the pits. Helios, Orange and Milky Melon. 1.4 seconds up already in the first sector, so that was clearly a problem for him the first time round. Runs wide there, but still okay, still valid. So 1.4 seconds, that would still leave him 15th. There's got to be another area where he gains time. Otherwise it's curtains. 1.5 seconds improvement, still not good enough. There he goes. That's such a weird way to take that corner. It's very slow. And that's also not great. But it's going to be a 120.5. He's got to stay out and go again. He won't have time to pit for new tyres now. He's got to just stick for these 3-lap old tyres. We will stay with Milky Melon as he tries to improve, because he is the only one on a lap. But oh, he's out of fuel. So I think that will be the end of Milky Melon's qualifying session. Also, we did join this session late, so our timer might be wrong. We might have less time than the timer suggests. Ooh, Orange. There's only an outlap, I suppose, but that was not. It was a very early turn in initially, and then here we go then. Can Orange get out of that drop zone? He'll need a 1.5 second improvement to get out. Helios is also out, I've just noticed. Oh, and Orange invalidates. So it looks like nothing's going to change down there. And George is still in the pits, so I suppose George really wants to start on those medium tyres. That can be the only explanation. Unless he just didn't get back in time. Pete's out anyway. Just for a bit of security, and Supreme Cream does improve. 17.3. Good driver, Supreme Cream, I'm telling you now. Post Malone is someone that's improved so much over the course of this season. Sitting in P5 right now. He is on the soft compound tyre, but he's second out of everyone on the soft compound, so he's come a long way. More drivers opting for that soft compound tyre now. Maybe listening to the commentator. And who do we have left? Just Swiss J-Dog sat in the pits. So we are losing. Oh, I've just seen that Pete went P6. That's 17-2. Very good lap from Pete. So, yeah, we are losing. George, Flame Tornado, Helios, and Orange. And Milky Melon. So, DG Rocker set that 16.6 so early on, I almost forgot about it. He retired ages ago, it seems like, but he did get P1. JLP sitting P2 on those soft compound. Just down away in P3. We're losing, as I said, George, Flame Tornado, Helios, Orange, and Milky Melon. Pete is out. Q3. Pete will lead the way for the final qualifying session of the season. And we get another masterclass from Pete, like in Austria, where he infamously took that win. Kept Inspector Eck behind for a good 10 laps or so. Also remember in that race, DG Rocker and an OK House spinning on the same corner. Two favourites to win that race. Allowing Pete to just run away with it. Can he do something inspiring today? We can only hope. And we will see. Come on, Pete. Do it for the people. Do it for the fans. On board with Mr. Lethal Pete. He gets us underway in Q3. Give us the lap, Pete. Give us the lap. What's the benchmark going to be in Q3? It's a 17.1 for Pete. That's a tenth quicker than what he did in Q2. It's a 15.8 for DG Rocker. You just had to take it up another level. Interested to see Seb's and Just Anime's response. Seb's invalidated his lap, but Just Anime only in Sector 2 at the moment. JLP's coming, oh, not quite, he hasn't validated, so he's let off. I think he might go again. Just recharging that battery. And off he goes. Seb's is starting another lap. But Just Anime's coming round now, it's a purple Sector 2. What can he offer here? Will it be the likes of a 15.8? Oh, it's a 15.6! Have that, DG Rocker. This is for the title, remember? Just Anime leading the championship by 7 points on DG Rocker. Just Anime takes pole. For now. DG Rocker back in the pits. Time to re-evaluate for DG Rocker. He needs that 7-point gap to crumble away. Seb's invalidates again. So I think he will pit now. I think he'll just go for new tyres. JLP's also invalidated. Who have we got coming? Just Anime again, but oh, he's not too far off. So is he pushing? He might be pushing here just to get another lap on these tyres, but maybe not. No, he does pull into the pits. Milky Walker's going to come across the line. Go on, Milky Walker. 16.8, it's P3. JLP, purple sector 1, comes in as a reserve. Showing a different class out there today. I believe he's friends with Swiss J-Dog, J-Doggy Dog. They are racing together today. Green screen just starting a lap. Post Malone. So we will stay with JLP. So that's a purple sector 2. Now the game does like to mess about with these purple sectors, so I don't know if they're true or not, but well, we'll see. I think he is a bit off the pace actually, so yeah, 16.9. Not quite the purple sectors the game was promising. So now we will jump on board with Post Malone, who invalidates. So we'll go back to Supreme Cream, who's coming through Sector 2 right now. I think his best lap was a 17.3 or 17.2. That would not beat anyone at the moment. So he's got to improve. Oh, a little bit of lag there. He's got to improve on the laps he's done previously. It's going to be a 17.5. He did better in Q2. More pace in the locker for Supreme Cream. Post Malone still on that invalidated lap. Well, actually, no, he started a new one and invalidated that as well. So it is all pressure on Post Malone to set a lap. I don't know why it's taken me so long to realise that Kappa Cams is out. I don't know what happened to Kappa Cams. I don't remember seeing that. My memory's pretty bad, so I don't know if I... Whoa! Post Malone! Oh, there's a wall there. Oh, that was close. Hold on. I missed that. DG Rocker. 15-4. The ball is back in your court, Just Anime. The ball is back in your court. Advantage Rocker. I don't know which side is the better side to start in Hungary. I don't know if it's better to start P1 or P2. But you'd think Rocker has the slight advantage at this point. Like I said earlier, if Rocker comes P1 and Anime comes P2, it will be a tied championship unless one of them gets fastest lap. Supreme Cream does set a 17-1, just slightly edges him past Pete and Swiss J-Dog, who are separated by 1,000th of a second. Sebs is another guy who needs to set a lap, and I think he's about to do so here. It's a 16-1, that puts him P3. That will be good enough. He will probably push again now. See if he can get any improvement on that. He was matching... Oh, and he's let off. So maybe a cool down lap before going one last time. He's got the time to do it. That is Just Anime coming round now. He is looking to give DG Rocker that response. It's a purple sector 1. That's a lovely corner there, really swinging the car in. Uses that exit curb nicely and uses that curb perfectly too. He's taken all the perfect lines here, Just Anime. Oh, and it runs a little bit wide, but runs so wide that it doesn't register on the game. I like that. I like that a lot. Keeps it nice and tidy through that corner. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a P1. The line has been perfect throughout. 15... He matched his time! Or did it change without me realising? I swear that said 672 before. Oh, and it's just... it just switched to 513. Okay, so he did improve. He is... Oh, he's a 10th behind DG Rocker. And I don't think he has time to improve now. I think that is Rocker's... I think it's Rocker's Rocker's pole. Unless Sebs has something to do with it. Sebs was on that cooldown lap and now he's going to push once more. Going to get any improvement. And that is qualifying over. Milky Walker and Supreme Cream are done. Mr. Lethal Pete set a 16.6. Where did that come from, Pete? Pete was saying earlier his personal best was a 16.9. But Seb's coming round now. Is he improving? Is he improving by 6/10? A slow Alpha Tauri. That's DG Rocker. Oh, and he improves by 4.5 It's not quite enough. But it's an inspiring lap from Sebs. Over a second ahead of Pete in P4. Swiss J-Dog going to come across the line now. laps, not enough. And Pete pulls into the pits just to extend the final qualifying session of the year. Not of the year, of the season. Just that little bit longer. Advantage DG Rocker. DG Rocker has largely been P3 throughout this season in the constructors, not constructors, in the drivers' standings. Can he jump both of the McLarens in one foul swoop here in Hungary? So DG Rocker on pole with just Anime just behind him. Seb's in P3, and Pete, Milky Walker, JLP, Swiss J-Dog, Post Malone, Supreme Cream and Kappa Cams rounds out the top 10. For the last time this season, let's go racing. DG Rocker. DG Rocker. He's binned it in the formation lap. He is very lucky that there is no damage on formation laps. We'll resume the music until we are back around. And here we go. VG Rocker just trailing at the back there. Having a bit of a funny moment. Do we have a better angle than this? Codemasters. No, we don't. And we will ride on board with Mr. Lethal Pete. What's happening back in P? Right. We have a bit of a predicament. What's going on there? Wait. Oh no, that's Post Malone, you can't. How's this happened? We have a car that is the wrong way round on the grid. I think we will need a lobby reset. So let me just do this. Oh, it went straight away. As I go to take a photo of it, boops me out. So now I need to go on the stream. DG Rocker's gone again. Doesn't bode well for his race if he keeps doing that. Here we go. Let's do this again. Starting from Mr. Lethal Pete. Capicams is facing the right way round. The last time in Tier 3, we're underway. It's a great start from Mr. Lethal Pete, who takes Just Anime and Seb straight away. That's terrible for Just Anime's title hopes. Sends it on Seb's. Can he take Pete as well? Not quite. Mr. Lethal Pete is wedging himself in between Just Anime and DG Rocker now. But he runs wide. Anime cannot capitalise. This is a real problem for Just Anime now. And Mr. Lethal Pete has bought himself a little P2 here. Going further down the grid, Sebs has dropped a bit further back. Capicam's up into P5, but there's a little touch from JLP there. Forcing Sebs wide, and he's falling down the order pretty rapidly. Not what you want to be doing at a track like Hungary. Capicam's already pushing his way up. And further down, Orange and Flame Tornado have had a pretty good start to the race, and Ruben as well, starting 18th. Ruben was. Up into P12. And Ruben's off. And he does wait for the other cars to come back round as he should. He goes back to where he started. Crafty Inc. coming into the pits. Not what you want to see. Crafty. Not again. It's Capicam's battling with Milky Walker there. He does get through on him, but Milky Walker has nothing left to offer there. Crafty Inc. speeding in the pit lane. Supreme Cream's back there as well. He must have had a bit of wing damage on that first lap. Mr. Lethal Pete hanging in there in P2 and not letting DG Rocker get away from him. Going down the order then. Azza is at the back of Helios. Behind Azza is quite a considerable gap to those who have done their pit stop. Azza's not threatening right now, but Orange is threatening Flame Tornado. fastest laps are coming in. And Pete launching an attack on DG Rocket, giving him something to think about. They both go narrow. Pete could have darted to the outside there. And DG something to think about. Just Anime. Not falling off the back of Pete, but it's a bigger gap than you'd expect to see at this point. Someone of Anime's calibre. Sebs then. How's he going to make those places back? Started P3. Dropped to P8 already. He's got to start picking them apart at some point. Milky Melon 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Kappa Cams. I did notice he ran wide when I was on board with him earlier. He does pick up that 3-second time penalty. Chris Malone chasing down JLP. Will he be able to get something out of this straight? We'll actually skip ahead because Mr. Lethal Pete's launching another attack on DG Rocker as DRS is activated. And he goes up the inside of DG Rocker. But DG Rocker hangs in there. But Mr. Lethal Pete has the DRS. And he goes into P1. Oh, but he goes deep. He goes deep and DG Rocker's able to... Oh, DG forces him off there. And there's a crash. Wow. When you're fighting for the title, you cannot disregard the fact that you can't make incidents like that when you're fighting for the title, because now there might be post-race incidents to look at. That's Pete, who was having such a promising race. He was just left no room by DG Rocker. Forced him way off the track and then kept him there. There was no need for that from DG Rocker. He could happily slot in behind Pete, follow him, take his DRS, take him back. Then he's still got that wedge in between him and Just Anime. But we are back underway after that VSC. Kappa Cam's chasing down Just Anime. He's not going to make it stick. Yeah, Mr. Lethal Pete in the pits now. Not sure when the pit window generally is. But, ooh, there's a tight little battle here. Orange, Helios and Azza. See if it continues through the next few corners. Looks like it will just be a train. Sebs. He was P8 until Pete got crashed out. Or not crashed out, but spun maybe. Milky Melon. Milky Melon is still here, I think. He's just been lapped already. I think he's had 2 pit stops. It's not great for him. Just Anime struggling to hold on to the back of DG Rocker here. It'll be important to keep an eye on Mr. Lethal Pete, because he clearly had the pace to keep up with those two. He wasn't just hanging in the DRS of DG Rocker, he actually made the overtake. He's gone onto the soft, so I assume he's going for one more stop after this one. Going soft to the end now, I reckon. Or maybe soft medium if that's not viable. Helios gets past, and so does Azza actually. Orange goes from the front of that train to the back. Everyone's spreading out slightly. There is a little train here. JLP draining that ERS already. He's got nothing left, while Seb's got 86%. Sebs will definitely look to make a move here. JLP's got nothing left in terms of ERS. That should be signed, sealed, delivered, but JLP leaves it on the outside. He doesn't have anything left there. Sebs moves back up a place. It's all about chasing down Post Malone now. Helios gets through on Azza. Side by side going into turn 2. Azza sends it around the outside. And he's done. Wow, Azza. The Helios is right there. Oh, you don't want to be side by side here. Azza backs out. It was hard to tell, but they were just so close all the time, darting in and around each other. Orange is still here, keeping up with the two of them. Plenty to think about. Milky Walker up on Kappa Cams. Just Anime has dropped out of the DRS of DG Rocker. Is the pressure getting to Just Anime? Doesn't seem to have the race pace at the moment. The entire season has been McLaren 1-2, McLaren 1-2. Now it comes down to the final race. One McLaren can't race. And the other fighting for his life. And it is advantage DG Rocker. We go fastest lap. Wait, how do I do that? Fastest lap. Fastest lap is currently sitting with Mr. Lethal Pete. And if he does the soft like he might be able to do from here, Pete could take that fastest lap. So we could, realistically, if DG Rocker wins and Just Anime comes P2, have a tied championship. And then I don't know what it comes down to. I don't know. I don't know what happens in that situation. Post Malone gets through on Milky Walker. So the two Haas drivers sitting in P3 and P4 now. Sebs is right there with them. Four-car train. There's a car coming out the pits. Oh no, no there's not. That was Post Malone defending. Alright, oh no, it was Kappa Cam's moving out the way for Post Malone. He's let him through. Post Malone clearly has a bit more pace. Post Malone's going to drive off into the sunset now, if plans go the way they're supposed to go. And it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. They're staying the same distance apart. It's the only thing to really watch at the moment. This little train here. There's no one else in DRS. Apart from these four cars. It's a 3-second time penalty for Orange. Running wide, I assume. Post Malone getting a 8/10 gap on Kappa Cams now. They did just have the DRS straights. I wasn't watching Post Malone's ERS deployment, but it looks pretty drained. Sebs is right up the back of Milky Walker. Any little mistake from Milky Walker might mean that Sebs can pounce on that. Seb's managing his ERS well. Not doing anything too hasty. But Post Malone, he's out of the DRS. Kappa Cams will have to fight for himself now, but he's going into the pits. Was that the Haas plan? Break the DRS. And then the second car pits. Because now, Milky Walker, he's far back from Post Malone. He will get 2 loads of DRS, which might be able to pull him back into it. I don't think it will. Oh! I was looking at the map. I look back up. Post Malone's in a wall. Well, I didn't see it, but that looked pretty self-inflicted. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was looking at the map, but when I looked up, it didn't look like anyone forced him into the wall or anything. And there is no safety car, just yellow flags. I suppose he is off the track. No one's going to be expected to be driving on that grass, so... Post Malone saying his wheel died. That is a very unfortunate way to go out of the season. And Orange is out. What's happened to Orange? Where is Orange? He's there. It's a full course safety car. It's a very strange place to crash. Full course safety car. That is a saviour for the likes of Pete, who was playing catch up ever since DG Rocker put him into the wall. And a bit of a tricky situation for the medium runners. What do they do here? They can't go softs now. They can go soft. But this is perfect for Pete, because those mediums will go to the end. Orange saying he was just pushing too hard. Self-inflicted. So Pete is one to watch for this race now. His pit stop strategy should be done now. And that's the same for Supreme Cream, but I think Pete might just have a bit more pace in this race. If Supreme Cream can just follow Pete through, then it could be a good result for both of them. Milky Melon still hasn't overtaken Orange. Oh, Supreme Cream gets a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Well, you can write off what I just said about Supreme Cream. He's trickling along. He won't be able to follow Pete through now. He's got a drive-through. And he won't be able to serve it under the safety car. I learnt that the hard way. Milky Walker going for the soft compound. He will be two-stopping. And then a lot of the medium runners going for the hards. So, what does that mean for Mr. Lethal Pete? It means he'll probably be quicker than the likes of DG Rocker and Just Anime. Swiss J-Dog stayed out, which is probably not a good decision. It'll be on softs at the end of the race, so we'll have to see. Yeah, it's a tough one. Kappa Cams will go to the end here. JLP might stretch it. Yeah. Pete's still got plenty of drivers to pick through. Safety car in this lap. DG Rocker will set the pace. And here we go. He's underway. I think he is already. Even Swiss J-Dog behind. That was a good restart. Anime desperately trying to get back using that fucking ERS. Sebs sends it up the inside but can't make it stick. Milky Melon has DNF'd. He has said in the chat CBA with that race, so just lobbed it into a wall. Yeah, that's not allowed, Milky Melon, so that will be looked at. Jumping on board with Milky Walker. Crafty Inc. picking up a 3-second time penalty. Flame Tornado, what's happened? He spun it. It's that slippy curb. Milky Walker right up the back of Sebs now. Milky Walker needs to get a move on if he wants this strategy to work. Probably not the best strategy for this track. On a track that's so hard to overtake. No DRS as of yet. Oh, and he sends it up the inside! That was not a good move. And he lets them both back through. Whether he meant to let them through or not. Just way too late on the brakes from Milky Walker. DG Rocker has just run away with it. Not even using the ERS. Swiss J-Dog just holding up. Just Anime and Sebs. Although, just Anime, not even that close to Swiss J-Dog. I mean, you look at Sebs, I mean, that's close. Whoa! Where did Milky Walker come from? He is looking very lungy today, Milky Walker. Really looking to get a move on. And Kappa Cams also lunging up the side of Milky Walker. So DRS is now enabled. It won't be enabled for this detection zone. I think that's Supreme Cream serving his drive-through penalty. And I think the same with Crafty Inc. actually. Or is he? No, he looks stopped. I think he's changing tyres. The Swiss J-Dog just creating this train. Just Anime's a bit closer now. Where you'd expect him to be. Just Anime should make light work of it once he gets the DRS. As long as he's within that. Whoa! What happened there? Sebs looks to have spun just Anime, and that could have serious implications on the championship. Just Anime down in 11th now. It could be all over. It could be DG Rocker's championship. There's fighting going on all over the place. Kappa Cam's through on Milky Walker on the harder compound, with Mr. Lethal Pete making a pass on Ruben. He's going to hold that inside very nicely. Oh, and George has gone off. Sebs, what's happened to Sebs? Has he left? Did he disconnect? Just Anime picking his way through the field then. He's got to do it the hard way, and he's hoping and praying for another safety car. Milky Walker heading into the pits now. 5 laps on those soft compound. I would assume he's going for mediums now then. Doesn't like those softs at all. Where's Mr. Lethal Pete? He's up in 6th. Going very nicely for Pete. If he can get a move on, there's still 16 laps of this race to go. George gets a 5-second for speed in the pit lane. 2nd, 3rd and 4th all have penalties, so that will surely help Pete. Don't know what his warning situation is. Might check that a little bit further into the race. Does have Ruben right behind him. Seems to be following him for a good lap or two, at least. Just Anime's coming up now as well. With Pete's pace at the start of the race, Pete's now on a softer compound than Just Anime. Wouldn't surprise me if Just Anime finds it a bit difficult to get past Pete. Our intervals have all messed up. Swiss J-Dog does finally pit. Helios? Since when was Helios up here? Helios P4. Helios is on a mission on those hard compound tyres. He's got 15 laps to go. He will go to the end. He does have the likes of Pete, just out of me. Even Ruben if he can keep up. They're all chasing down Helios. And Pete's in the DRS already. So it might be a short-lived P4 for Helios, but it's P4 nonetheless. And he's all over the back of Helios now. The two Ferrari teammates. They've had an incident or two together this season. Let's not have another one, boys. I believe Helios just letting him through, or is he? No, he's holding the inside. Or was he letting him through? I don't know. Either way, Pete's through. And will Helios do Pete a job now and hold Ruben and just Anime up? Oh, and Ruben's gone. I was looking at my phone, but it did. Oh, and he's reset to track, so that will be a quali ban for the next season. He's got Sebs right behind him. Will he leave Sebs the room? No, he won't. To be fair, it's a tight corner. But Ruben's causing Sebs all kinds of trouble now. Been a tough race for Sebs. Nothing he's really done wrong. He's got swallowed in the opening section of the race. Ruben all over the track, not letting Sebs go anywhere. It should be an easy pass with DRS here. Because Ruben has his light flashing. And that'll be that. Helios picking up a 3-second time penalty. He's still riding in 6th, Helios. Just Anime, just getting past him. Pete not really been able to drive off into the sunset. .12 laps remaining. The final race of the season here in F1ABEEZ Tier 3. Just Anime. Got a lot of work to do in those 12 laps. Doesn't really seem possible. He launches one down the outside. Doesn't overshoot it at all, but can't make it stick. He's going to try again around the outside of turn 2, but can't make it. Pete is slowly picking away at that gap to JLP. I think, anyway. Pretty sure it was on 6 seconds earlier. If we have a look at their penalties, that's not the right thing. JLP has 6 seconds, so that's immediately a podium for Pete. Capicams has 3 seconds. So Capicams is about 6 seconds ahead of Pete at the moment. It's more like 7 seconds. But it does look pretty set that DG Rocker is going to win this championship. Just Anime has let him out of his grasp. That incident with Sebs, I don't know what that was. I said Sebs hadn't really done anything wrong. He might have done that wrong, I'm not sure. Pete forcing him the long way round, but it's all completely fair. Whoa! And apart from that, I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if that was just Pete not going too far to the right, or it's all happened so fast. I need to see that again. Oh dear. I don't think that was Anime closing the door. I think Pete just maybe didn't react to where Anime's car was. And that is a shame. Pete was running in P1 for all of 1 or 2 corners before DG Rocker put him in a wall. And now he's ended up in another wall. DG Rocker dives into the pits for the softs. But what does this mean now? Just Anime's going to go for the softs as well. If he can dispose of JLP and Kappa Cams quickly. And he's got Helios to contend with now as well, who stayed out but goes behind DG Rocker. It's not over yet. So Anime in P5. If Anime can get to P2, then he will be level on points with DG Rocker. Actually, we need to check the fastest lap, because that will be incredibly important. It does still sit with Mr. Lethal Pete, but now just Anime and DG Rocker on fresh softs. So you'd imagine Pete won't sit with that for much longer. It's all going down to the wire here in Tier 3. I will see you at the end of this safety car. Safety car's coming in. DG Rocker is gone. We are away. He's left Helios in the dirt. We need the intervals back on. Epicam's already launching an attack on Helios. Just Anime not getting a great start, but Helios is round. I missed that. So now, who do we have? A very close train here, behind Swiss J-Dog. Or behind Ruben, maybe. Yeah, behind Ruben. Oh, it stretches further back. Off the Ink has sort of just been sat at the back the whole race. A driver who does have plenty of pace. A track like Hungary, you just can't pass anyone apart from on the straight. So tight. Not very long. Whoa! Drifting around that corner. Swiss J-Dog going side by side with Ruben. And it looks like a fair move. Milky Walker almost driving on the grass and he's gone. He was driving on the grass. Now we'll see Milky Walker drop to the back. Helios goes into the pit, so Helios will actually go to the back. Just Animate right up on JLP and Kappa Cams now. What I've just remembered is they've got penalties. So Just Anime will go P2 anyway. So this is Just Anime's to win. Currently, the championship is tied. If we... Oh, I keep doing that. If we look at... Okay, so DG Rocker has the fastest lap at the moment. Just Anime won't be able to set a fastest lap. Sat behind these two. What Just Anime needs to do is sit off. He needs to sit off these two in front and then go for a flying lap the next race. Next lap. I'm not sure if at this point he knows how important that fastest lap point is. Just Anime, if you're watching, drop off the back of these. You will catch them back up and you will beat them by the penalties. You need the fastest lap point. But yeah, at the same time, he can't drop off because Sebs is right behind him. So, Just Anime either... Probably the best thing to do for Just Anime, where it's so difficult to overtake through the rest of the track, just start backing off around here and then give himself enough room to really push for a fastest lap. These softs go off quickly, so you'll need to do it very soon. Supreme Cream's up on Crafty Inc. Both of them have made a few positions. Mr. Lethal Pete saying there was no contact between him and DG Rocker in that first instance. I would wager that DG Rocker forced him off the track originally, so I don't know, I think that would still be an incident. There was that that corner where DG Rocker takes the apex, but Mr. Lethal Pete was completely on the grass. So yeah, I don't know. I personally, if that was me, I would report it. JLP has found himself in an incident. He has caught that curb by the looks of things. The car was on two wheels for a moment there. I missed that. Sebs is through on Just Anime. So that's not good for Anime at all. Because now he will be net P3. Which will win DG Rocker the championship. DG Rocker will win the championship anyway, unless someone takes that fastest lap point off him. Have they done that yet? No, they haven't. 17.4. I think DG Rocker realised the importance of that fastest lap point and probably just rinsed his ERS on one lap. Yeah, he's got 46% now. I reckon that's evidence of him just using all of it on one lap just to take that point. DG Rocker's done the maths and it's paid off. There's 4 laps to go. I don't think Just Anime has an answer anymore. I think the tyres are too old to beat that fastest lap now. I mean, did he improve his fastest lap there? No. I mean, the gap between this 1.4 seconds, I don't think, not on 6 lap old softs, you're not going to be beating that. So I think that will be it. Unless DG Rocker has a he spun 2 or 3 times in formation lap. But no spins at all in the race. He's just cruising now. He knows where he's sitting. He's sitting on top. Off the ink with a 3 second. Seb is actually leaving Just Anime now. But Just Anime just claws it back. They will both jump ahead of Kappa Cams with his 3 second. Is it still a 3 second or is it? Yeah, it's still a 3 second. Off the ink on the back of JLP, there could be a move. Both of them have depleted their ERS. Is he going to send it? No. He's got one more shot at this DRS. He doesn't get a great exit. Looks like another lap behind JLP. Supreme Cream cannot get past his teammate. You'd think Swiss J-Dog would let Supreme Cream through on the soft compound. But it looks like Swiss J-Dog is just rinsing his ERS to keep Supreme Cream behind. Supreme Cream has managed his ERS well, 70% at this point. Saving it for the final laps of, and well, if you look at the 3 cars in front of him, 8%, 14%, 10%. Supreme Cream 70%. So these last couple laps, he will be looking to make some overtakes. Now flying in sector 2. I think that might have been Milky Walker on the fresh, soft tyres. Just Anime can't make it. What's happened? Oh, there's a couple moves. Crafty ain't going for it on JLP. Oh, JLP forces Crafty well wide. Oh, and that's just poor from Crafty, I think. He wasn't there and he put himself there when JLP was already turning. Supreme Cream through on his teammate. Crafty looks to be next. Supreme Cream not really using any of that ERS to get past Swiss J-Dog. Crafty runs wide. He might have a bit of damage now. And I think he does. Oh, he doesn't. Does he? I don't know. Crafty stays ahead. As DG Rocker starts the final lap of the race. So now Supreme Cream should get through. Doesn't get any slipstream off of Crafty. But he does get another... Oh! He gets a little nudge from his teammate and Swiss J-Dog is round. And that could cost Supreme Cream. I don't know what Swiss J-Dog was thinking there. Sending it up the inside of his own teammate. But I think that'll be the difference between... Oh, actually... Penalties. Penalties. Oh, it's easy. Supreme Cream, no penalties. Supreme Cream will jump up to P5. So Supreme Cream can just sit here. He's all good. And DG Rocker wins F1ABEEZ Tier 3. He is the Drivers' Champion. After trailing to McLaren pretty much all season, he has done it. Actually, we need to check. Milky Walker takes the fastest lap. We have a tied championship. That will be the 7-point difference. It is equalled. Now then, what does it come down to now? Both drivers are on the same amount of points. Milky Walker has taken the fastest lap point. Milky Walker has decided this championship. He has gone, no, DG Rocker does not win. Milky Walker wins. I genuinely don't know what happens now. Because now they have the same points. Do they have a face-off? Do they have a fight to the death? Milky Walker. Milky Walker has ensued chaos upon Tier 3. It's a split championship as it stands. I don't know how it's decided now. If anyone can inform me how it's usually done. DG Rocker and Just Anime on the same points, unless my maths is wrong. Seb saying he didn't have a penalty. Ah, I think we have a glitch. It doesn't say Seb has a penalty, but it says he finished way behind Just Anime. We'll have to review the footage to see what happened. What a final race to Tier 3. And that'll be that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for racing. Thank you, Tier 3. I will see you all next season. We have some exciting stuff coming up in F1ABEEZ. So stay tuned for the off-season stream. That will be next weekend. So that should be all well and good.